So for me, it was very interesting, an experience. After 4 years of meditating, it was like, guys, do you guys have money up there? They're like, no. I was like, well, I need to create money. They're like, well,
And
that's
guys, the guys are what, like your
like,
spirit
yeah, like
guides?
my spirit guys, right? I'm talking to them. They're like, no, that's your reality. We don't even understand that. That's your reality. That's what you have to take care of this. That's your responsibility. I'm like, okay, that's my responsibility. Why am I sitting here praying for a piece of gold to fall in my lap? You know? Uh, so it was like not happening. And there was a time where there was some guru that came down to New York, and I was like, all right, my intuition is like, go see him. I'm like, all right, I go see him. So I go drive to New York, and I'm sitting there, and this guy's talking about seven chakras. And I'm like, what do I need to be here for talking about seven chakras? Like, I want to know more beyond this stuff. And I was like, all right, I want to be respectful. I'm going to walk out when he's done. I walk out, and he walks out at the same time. And in the hallway, we meet. And he's like very short, like, up to my chest. And we just look at each other, and we just locked eyes, and like we knew each other. He comes up to me, and he points me right into here and says, when you learn how to stop time, you'll learn how to create. I'm like, stop time? And he walks away. And I'm driving home like, stop time, stop time. What does that mean? And I started come home. When I came home, I started to meditate on stopping time. So for 2 months, 2 or 3 months, I would sit in meditation and like learn how to stop time. After a certain period of time, I actually came to a point of stillness. So when we sit in meditation, our mind goes here, there, like always, right? Somewhere, doing something. And after this 3 months of meditating, and finally found stillness where everything that was moving just stopped. Yet I was conscious. And whatever I placed into that center of stillness, it became reality within like days, weeks, months, whatever it was. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So if I'm consciously able to place a seed that I want to create into that stillness, it will naturally magnetize itself from the ether, from the cosmos, right? I was like, okay. I started to work on that. As I did, I started to realize that I had judgments against money, judgment of materialistic things. And what I started to notice is that these patterns are in the field. And they're in the energy fields. We have the emotional body, we have a mental body, we have an astral body, causal body, galactic body, and all these energy bodies have their own rotational spins. So I started to feel into it, like, okay, I have resistance towards this. Or I see competition, like, how do I change myself? And I started to change. My competition became my guide. Why try to recreate a wheel? See how it was already created and do it in my own way. Okay. Judgment. Why am I judging this? Why is money bad? No. If I want to transform this world, I need to be able to accumulate as much as possible abundance in order to change it. So if we want to change something, we have to dive into it. And what a lot of times happens is that in the spiritual community, it's like, no, this is bad. This is better. There is no good or bad. You got to dive into that darkness to bring it into light. And that's what we have to learn, is how to dive into that darkness, because a lot of times we kind of say, no, this is not part of the spiritual path. If you want to participate in this reality, you have to know how to go into that depth and bring it out like a phoenix into the light. And that was one of the things that I really learned, was like, I'm going into that darkness. I'm going to change it the way I perceive it. And I started to utilize that in business and in everything that I do. Because we have to transform. The darkness is our own resistance to the light.